We are now joined by head coach of Delaware, Tina Martin, and student athletes Elena Deladon, Jaquetta May, and Danielle Parker. Coach, could you please make an opening statement, and then we'll open the floor for questions.
Danielle, I think that was the only turnover you had tonight, so I'll take that. First of all, let me say to Old Dominion University and Coach Wendy Lowry, what a class program they have and what a class act she is. I don't think that most people realize what, I think you do, but we don't appreciate enough what a legendary coach she is. And you know, she's just such a class act, and we've had many, many battles, she and I have the utmost respect for her and her team. So I know this is tough for them, but for us it feels really good. It feels really good, and my kids deserve it. You know, we've been working really hard the second half of the season, and for that matter, the whole season. We've had our struggles, but we finally were rewarded with a terrific victory that these kids really earned tonight. I thought we dominated the boards. I thought we controlled the pace of the game. All the things that we talked about as a team that we needed to do to defeat a team like Old Dominion, we got done tonight. And so I'm just really proud of my team.
Thank you. Media members, if you have a question, please raise your hand.
Elena, yesterday we spoke for a few minutes and you said nobody played tougher defense on you. It looked like you had fire in your eyes.
Yeah.
Talk about your game and the enthusiasm you brought today.
Our team, including myself, we just want this so bad, and you know, whoever's standing in the way, we're going to try to push out of the way, obviously. And yeah, I guess I did have that fire in my eyes because I just want it so bad, and so does the rest of our team, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to keep winning.
Jaquetta, talking about fire, you came off the bench in the first half. Talk about a little bit what coach told you to do, and then what you did out there.
Coach told me to play defense and play hard, and as soon as I got in there, I guess defense makes your offense. So the harder you work on defense, the easier it is on offense.
Were you looking to score too? You're saying defense, but or did you want to just get it from the team?
I just try to be aggressive. I mean, you got to look to score, but you got to play together, and it just came my way that time.
Tina, what made you think that this was the time for Jaquetta? She's kind of played sparingly in certain situations.
Well, you know,
what made that the opportune time for her, and what do you think about what she did?
Well, you know, first off, Jaquetta's playing with a screw in her foot. She has the Liz Frank tear, and she had the surgery. She was off for 6 months. And so she has a screw and a pin, actually, in her foot. And it's really hard when you're off for 6 months. I mean, literally, she wasn't allowed to walk. And it's a very serious injury. And so she struggled this year of coming back. We only tried about, 15 pairs of sneakers, Quet, for your foot, until we finally got some sneakers that actually felt good for her. And so this year has been a struggle because of the injury, in my mind, more than anything. She's a talented young lady. She can get to the rim. She's a slasher type. And when she puts her mind to it, she can be very, very explosive. And obviously, Old Dominion has those senior guards who are very, very quick. And Jaquetta is one of the young ladies on our team that has that kind of quickness. I felt in the last probably 2 weeks or so that she was really starting to come back into her own groove, and she was really starting to listen to what we were trying to tell her. I thought she was trying to force too much at times because she gets so excited. You might not see it on her face, but in her body she gets excited. And so she was forcing things, and I said, let the game come to you. Be aggressive, but let it come to you. And I feel like that's what she did in the last week and a half or so. And so I felt very confident putting her on the floor. And I just told her to attack, like she said, and be aggressive, and she did that today.
Jaquetta, did you felt better maybe in practice the last week, and were you thinking that maybe this was kind of your time to step up a little bit?
Well, yeah, practice we've been going hard. We've been trying to prepare for these games because we want to go far. And we just been pushing each other, so as it comes in practice, it's easier in the games because you're doing the same thing over.
Were you kind of thinking the whole time your time will come? I mean, you just kind of stay at it?
Yeah, like every game, you never know who's going to score, who's going to do this, and it just comes around in a circle. Maybe she'll turn this game, next turn it might be Lauren or somebody else, and you just got to play.
Danielle, I'm sorry.
Elena, it's a 20-year stretch of quarterfinal wins for Old Dominion that you guys just snapped tonight. Did you not know that?
No.
Wow.
That feels good. phenomenal team, and we're just so happy right now, and knowing that, that's incredible. So I guess someone had to break it, and I'm glad it was us.
Tina, you know the history. I mean,
Yeah, as I said, I mean, Wendy's just such a class individual, and, I'm actually good friends with Wendy, and I just think that she does such a great job with Old Dominion's program, and they've had legendary players there, and she's a legendary coach, and, I told our kids, get in the locker room because we have more work to do, but I also told Coach Lowry, her kids always play hard, and, obviously they make big play after big play in their long tradition. And that's a credit to their coach and their entire university. So I just have the utmost respect for them. But I think today was our day, and we have worked very hard for this, and these kids deserve this.
Coach, specifically, the first half was pretty tight, and then right before about 4 minutes ago, you guys got about a 9-0 run. You just talk about that stretch, what kind of work is for you guys right there?
Well, bottom line was we wanted to control the pace of the game, which, make them play defense, because once they get out in transition, they're too difficult to stop, because they really push the ball with Jasmine Parker and Bird, and I just felt like if we could control the pace and we could make them play defense, we did a much better job of our spacing today. In our offensive sets, they do a good job of pushing you out of your comfort zone, and our post players really got on the block and were able to establish some position in that run, as well as, obviously, I wanted to put the ball into Elena's hands and make her make some reads. So many people run people at her and double her, and she makes good reads, and when she should take it and when she should kick it. And I just feel like today, offensively, we were a much more patient team than we have been all year, and our spacing was really good, and that's why we were able to control the game for, most of the game.
Danielle, kind of along the lines of what Coach Martin was saying right there. Last year in the second half against these guys in the semifinals, Atlanta got all the baskets, Atlanta got all the points, and that was kind of a big thing for you guys, that, that there wasn't any complimentary scoring. Today, as Atlanta was piling up the points, you other guys were getting a lot of points here. You had those two back-to-back buckets midway through the second half when it was really important. How important was your scoring balance?
Last year, this year we've definitely grown. We've come to realize that it takes teamwork, and it was definitely very important because they were at times double teaming and sometimes even triple teaming Elena. And because she can see over most of the point guards, she can kick the ball right down to the block or kick it out, and she can see people that are open. And it was definitely important for us as a team to work as a team, to work as a unit, and to get everybody the ball. And luckily everyone was knocking down shots, and the shots that weren't falling, people were crashing the boards, and I think everyone, for the most part, was on the boards, doing their job. So it definitely was teamwork tonight.
Time for one last question.
Tina, as big a win as this is, obviously you got a bigger game tomorrow. How do you kind of bounce back tomorrow? Kind of get rid of the giddiness and all that.
Well, depending on who wins this game, and we've had some battles. UNC Wilmington, Elena did not play against, and obviously Drexel, she only played against them once. But we'll watch a lot of film, and basically the kids are on a mission right now. I mean, I think they're, very, very excited because we won this game, but they also understand that the job is not done. And we talked about that, in the locker room when it was completed. It's obviously a huge win for us. But tomorrow, each game will be an even bigger win, and then you add on to it, and hopefully we get to that championship game, and we have a chance to win a championship. So you take it one step at a time, and you talk about being excited and being happy. And as I always say, you can be happy tonight, and tomorrow's a new day, and we start all over again. So we'll enjoy this. I think the kids will have a lot of smiles on their faces during dinner, and then we'll get back to business with tape and walkthrough and all the things that we need to do to prepare for either one of these very, very good teams that are playing now.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.